ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason, and today we're going to be diving into the world of The Witcher. This is a series that obviously, most people know about, but I have not touched. And in, we'll say, my usual fashion, I'm going to be going ahead and starting from the first installment. So this is a blind playthrough. I have played a bit into the tutorial. I've got to a certain point just to familiarize myself a little bit with the game. But other than that, this is basically blind. There's a lot to say, but we're going to just go ahead and dive right on into the game. There'll be plenty of time to go ahead and discuss thoughts and different things about the game. We're going to be going ahead and, let's say, play under The Witcher. I believe there is a kit to be able to go ahead and create new adventures, a lot like, we'll say, the old Icewind Dale had and such, but we're just going to go ahead and play The Witcher. And we're going to play it on hard because I like games where I like it when you have to really learn and use the mechanics of a game to really get through it. I hate it when parts of the game become optional just because the game is too easy. So we're going to go ahead and play hard, and hopefully that will not be a mistake. Now, from what I understand, the rest of the game is very over-the-shoulder kind of view, so we're going to go ahead and play with the over-the-shoulder view with keyboard and mouse, rather than the more, we'll say, Baldur's Gate style isometric, or maybe not necessarily isometric, but you know what I'm saying. Go ahead and start with that. And we're going to go ahead and dive on into the game.
The northern kingdoms nursed their wounds for 5 years after the Great War. Plague and famine raged, the death toll unknown. A few surviving elven and dwarven units sought refuge amidst forests, where they prepared for a final, desperate fight. Abominable beasts ruled backwoods, highways, and former battlefields alike. In cities and villages, folk were left wondering, what had happened to the Witchers? The Blue Mountains in the north of Kedwen. The year 1270, 5 years after the Great War.
Everything's all right. I've no idea where you've been. The important thing is you're alive and among friends. Though you look like you just left your grave.
I remember nothing.
We'll speak soon enough. We're nearing Kaer Morhen. We're home. Leo, get Triss.
Your time nears its end, witches. Enjoy things while you can.
Wrong! You missed the parry! I keep repeating this. Pirouette always followed by a back cross parry. Always!
Barely 2 days have passed since they found you.
I owe my recovery to you. Thank you, Triss.
Remember anything?
Not much. Look below. I know the moves. Pirouette, parry, cut. I can't explain it, but I feel a bond when we speak. I know you were important.
Geralt, we...
I need to think.
Time flows slowly at Kaer Morhen.
It worked! Not bad. Take a rest. What do you think, Geralt? Is he ready for the path?
Wait for the rest. He's alone. The Professor promised 50 orens for every freak we kill.
He's mine!
Vesemir, we got company.
I'm shutting the gate. Geralt, grab a sword off the training forms.
All right, so here we are, right here, thrown into the thick of things, into combat, and we have a bit of a tutorial. I'm going to be going ahead through this, and just as sort of a heads up, I'm going to be taking my time through this game. We're going to be, like I said, really going slow, and I'm going to be reading everything, and well, like I said, it's a blind playthrough, but I don't want to just sort of get through the game for the sake of getting through the game. When I play a game, I like to digest it. So I understand there's journal entries and stuff like that, and I want to go ahead and read those. And I wanted to say that up front now. Like someone's like, "Holy crap, we got to the first box and he's already talking our ear off." I just wanted to say that so you understand what kind of playthrough this is going to be. I'm not rushing through the game. I want to sort of savor it. I really want to enjoy it. So we move the cursor over the sword and left click to equip. And there's a sword right here. So let's go ahead and grab the sword and help out our friends here. Left click on an enemy to attack. Tip: hostile characters have red vitality indicators. Friendly characters have green vitality indicators, as it is in most games. But all right, so you look kind of like an enemy, so let's go ahead and attack you. Now, the game hasn't told us it yet, but it has sort of a timing-based combat system. I guess I'll explain that in a second. In over-the-shoulder OTS mode, move using the WSAD keys. Rotate the camera by moving your mouse. Press and hold shift to unlock the freely move Press and hold shift to unlock and freely move the cursor. Tip: switch to the other camera modes by pressing F1 or F2. And that's something we can do some other time right now. Right now we're in the middle of combat. So anyways, like I said, it's got a sort of a timing-based combat system, and I'm not doing anything. It's a little bit clunky, and I have heard people complain about it before, but basically, while you're attacking, while the animation's going off, you notice there's sort of an orange trail that gets left behind.
How do you feel?
Fine.
Anyone know who the intruders are?
Ordinary bandits would never attack Kaer Morhen.
That we know, Marigold. You could try some of your famous magic.
In due time, Lambert.
Enough! We need to check the other possible passages to the upper courtyard.
All right. But yeah, there's a sort of an orange trail, and you want to time your mouse clicks to when you see the orange trail, and that is going to allow you to sort of continue doing combos. It's much like if you've ever played Summoner, or what's another game I've seen with that sort of system? Vagrant Story. It was a PlayStation 1. I'm using some really outdated references, but whatever. It is what it is. All right. So it looks like we're breaking apart the barriers. Can we talk to people on our way over here?
I defended this fortress with my life, and I won't stop now.
I'm not about to go quietly.
Not now,
I'm not
Geralt.
about to go quietly.
Okay, evidently they don't want to talk right now. What about you? What about you, Leo? No, come back. I want to talk to you.
Who would be foolish enough to attack us?
I don't know. Evidently some sort of... Okay, I'm hurrying.
What's happening?
They're trying to break down the gate!
They won't get anywhere without a battering ram.
Evidently they have a battering ram.
Shit! What is that?
A frightener. One mean beast.
Savola. I know him. A mage as ambitious as he is insane.
They're coming up here. Get ready!
There's more! They're entering the upper courtyard!
The one in glasses is the professor. Murder for hire. I sense magic. There's a sorcerer among them.
Professor, you know the way. Get to it.
The professor is wanted in Redania, Temeria, and Kedwen. A real maggot. I don't recognize the sorcerer.
Marigold, I'm interested in whether you can disarm Savola. The rest is witch's work.
I'll try.
They're coming.
The frightener is very dangerous, but it's vulnerable to loud noises.
The bell's in the upper courtyard.
Exactly. Eskel, Lambert, you'll help me stop the frightener and the bandits. Leo, stay behind us. Geralt, you open the gate to the upper courtyard. When we're there, Triss can stop Savola and his pet, while we prepare to deal with the professor and the unknown mage.
I'll figure something out.
Let's do this. Bleed them a bit down here before withdrawing. Geralt, follow the wall and break through to the tower where there's a passage to the upper courtyard.
Alone?
They're just bandits, though one might be infamous. You must open the gate. We'll be waiting. Good luck, Wolf.
Alright, so follow the mini-map marker to find a quest objective. Wow, alright. Tip, left-click on the map icon and press the M key to view a map of your current location. Alright, let's go ahead and do that now, just so we can get familiarized with the area a bit. So we got Kaer Morhen, the exterior. So what do we got here? The gate winch. This here is run here, so this is where we want to run. And this is the player, this is where we are. Interesting that they use the word player and they don't refer to us as Geralt. What about the world map? Oh, that's cool. This gives me sort of hope for the kind of adventure I'm about to embark on. I'm like, oh, am I going to be able to like travel from point to point? Like, I don't know. I love maps. Anyways, there's a guy coming at us, so why don't we go ahead and deal with him. Chaining attacks. All right, so here's where the game is telling us about what I talked about earlier. Chain attacks to kill enemies more efficiently. Left click only when you see the orange trail effect. Tip, chaining attacks requires precise timing. Clicking too soon will disrupt the attack, and clicking too late will restart the sequence. Alright, so there we go. Orange. I went too fast, evidently. Even though I clicked when I saw the orange. Too fast, really. Too fast. Do I have to wait for the trail to be on screen for a little while? I guess so. Alright, I've got to say that little interaction sequence was a little bit janky. I felt like things were a little bit disjointed. I'm just looking around to see if there's anything to find anything hidden, but I don't think in this opening sequence they really have a whole lot, so I guess the only thing to do is to move forward. But yeah, I found the dialogue was very sort of weird. I don't know. It was strange. It doesn't detract too much for me, though. Like, I've been playing games... Oh, you have to stun your opponent. Left click to finish him off. Attacks can cause critical effects like stun, bleeding, and pain. Alright. Well, finish him off. There we go. We slashed him across his chest and his head came off. Because that's logical. That's
mess with me and die.
Interesting. So yeah, this is gonna take a little bit of we'll say practice to get right. What did I take off that time? Was it an arm? Looks kind of like an arm. Either that or his arm just broke. Whatever. Yeah, I'm used to, we'll say, like, as I made reference to earlier before, you know, I've been playing games for quite some time, and especially during, we'll say, earlier PlayStation eras, voice acting's always been a little bit strange, so it's not really going to bother me. Alright, so here's the gate. I know I'm not following the marker exactly. I just want to make sure that there's no little secrets or any fun little things that I am missing. I'm sure you will, mister. I'm sure you will. Does this bring me anywhere? Okay, I probably don't want to go down there. Do I not want to go down there? The collision detection seems to be a little bit strange. Sometimes I tend to just sort of stop in place, but... Alright. It's all good. Alright, let's go ahead and slay these bandits so that we can continue on with the next part of the
I'll make you squeal.
next part of the little story here. Now, you know, I'm combating here, or I'm fighting, I'm combating, whatever. I noticed, I think my health has gone down a little bit. I'm assuming it's that red bar up at the top. Now, I'm trying to remember when this game came out. It's a fairly old game. It's not like super old, but, or heck, maybe it is. I want to say, judging by the graphics, late 2000s? Yeah, that sounds about right, I think. I'll check that out. And there was a point to that. Oh, yes. The point to that was, I'm not sure if, I don't think, we'll say, regenerating health had really become super prevalent at that point. I know it sort of started with games like Halo and stuff, but I don't recall any RPGs from the time using regenerating health. And I noticed my red bar has not been going back up, so... Use the fast style to defeat agile opponents. Switch to this style by left-clicking on the cat icon or pressing X. See, I really like this.
You dare challenge the Salamandra.
I really like the idea of having to change styles to fight, because, you know, most games I've played with this sort of setting, like a fantasy setting, you either one-handing a sword or you've got a sword and shield. Very seldom do you play a character who's primarily a dual, like a two-handed weapon sort of character. Use the strong style to defeat larger, armored opponents. Switch to the style by left-clicking on the wolf icon, that's up here, or pressing Z. Alright. I'll just use Z because... it's easier, and I'm Canadian, so I say Z instead of Z. Except for when I'm singing the song, I say Z. You see, that's the thing. We're way off topic now. You know, I like choice. I like being able to say Z. I like being able to say Z. This doesn't matter. Let's go on. Press the spacebar to toggle active pause mode. Tip: use active pause to switch between combat styles. Yes, I actually like this. So like, say I'm in a fight here and I'm getting overwhelmed, and I'm like, oh, I need to take a second to think, or maybe, you know, I can't think fast enough. I hit spacebar. I go, all right, I might want to change styles. Strong style, fast style. But right, non-combat. That's tab. You cannot talk to other characters while wielding a weapon. Select this mode to sheath your weapon and be allowed to talk. All right, well, I don't think these guys want to talk, so let's go ahead and continue fighting those guys with the... this guy with the fast style, then we'll switch over to the strong style for him. Only problem is that pause does mess with your timing a little bit. All right, buddy, come on. I think I'll get my timing down. There we go. Not too bad. All right, now I want to see real quick. I noticed I could see my health up here. So vitality. This describes Geralt's health. When vitality drops to 0, the game is over. All right, pretty standard here. That's your health. Current is 238 and max of 250. Endurance, so it's needed to cast signs and perform special actions. So I guess that's kind of like your stamina bar. And toxicity describes level of hero's body toxicity. Excessive toxicity adversely affects Geralt. Okay. Now, that, if I'm remembering, I don't know where I had read it. I can't remember if I had read it before, or... We'll get into that in a second.
No way through here. Follow me. Back to Savola.
All right. As I was saying, I don't remember where I read it. I can't remember if it was in game before in like the journal system a while back, or if it's even talked about in the books. But the toxicity, I believe, factors into the alchemy thing, where you're using potions. I think we'll talk a little bit more about that later. We'll talk about that when the game sort of brings it up. All right, so I'm going to assume that an archer is probably more of a light, nimble fighter, and we want to use our fast style for him. And so far, it looks like it's paying off. There we go. Come on, get that timing down. Now, I'm noticing sometimes, even when I miss my my attack, I'm noticing. Ooh, siege cauldron. I'm hitting Alt to highlight different objects here. I can't move this cauldron; it's too heavy. Maybe if I use some magic. When I hit Alt, it highlights things I can interact with. Bell. Can I interact with the bell? Am I taking? Oh. Stupid archer. Soon you're gonna be stupid and dead. 20 arbitrary bonus internet points if you get that reference. If not, don't worry about it. It's stupid. Alright. So I'm ringing the bell. It's still ringing. Oh, remains. Is this our opportunity to loot someone? What was he carrying on him? A chicken! Food. Restores vitality. It can also be sold or given to someone. Double-click or drag to equip or take the item. Alright, let's hit transfer all to take everything. So the guy was just carrying a full chicken on him. Nothing strange about that. We are in an RPG after all. Actually, you know, that's debatable. Is this game really an RPG? I talk a little bit about, we'll say, my definition of RPGs in another video. So, we'll leave that discussion for there. Flint, a common item used to light a fire, single use only. All right, we'll take some of that. We'll take that. A ham sandwich restores vitality, and it can be also sold or given to someone. All right, we'll take that as well. All right, so let's go and loot some remains. Wow, the birds picked through him pretty quick, but they left behind a Redanian lager. Excellent beer, brewed from Redanian barley. All right, anything else up here? I know that there's the Citadel entrance, but that's not something we need just yet. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything over there, so let's run on down the stairs. Let me take a look at my map here. Okay, so as I started traversing the area, the map started to be more and more revealed. We know that the gate to the Citadel interior is the place we want to go, but right now it's not highlighted, so that's not where we are going yet. Alright, you're a light guy, so I'll use light fighting style against you. I feel kind of like I'm in a kung fu movie here. It seems like their buddies aren't really jumping in. Oh, or is he? Oh no, they're helping. Okay, it's not kung fu movie / Assassin's Creed. I like that, you know, when you stun the enemy, you can do that sort of critical hit sort of we'll say like a cinematic finisher. But I do find it a little humorous how slow it goes. All right, left click on the winch to open the gate. Tip, press Alt to highlight all usable objects nearby. You cannot use objects indoors during combat. All right, so we'll hit tab to put away our weapon and hit the winch.
Damn it, Geralt. It's a miracle you're alive.
You could have told me about the stairs.
Lambert and Eskel were supposed to fix them yesterday.
We're not masons.
No matter. The professor and the other mage must be hiding in the keep.
Face the truth, Witchers. They're here to rob you.
Triss, child, we have nothing of value. Some good steel snow fox pelts?
I mean the laboratory and you know it. Someone wants your famed mutagens.
You're jumping to conclusions.
Triss may be right. We need to find out what they want.
One thing at a time. We shouldn't turn our backs on a strong mage leading a frightener.
And you can't let the bandits in the lab.
Right as usual, Triss. Geralt, you've dealt with mages. Find out what this one wants. Leo will guide you.
Just reconnaissance, or...?
No one will be sorry if some of them lose their heads. You'll manage, Wolf. Just remember Leo's with you.
I can handle this.
We'll see what's happening inside and be back.
Take these potions just in case. Drink the Thunderbolt now and keep Swallow for when you need healing. I'll be able to tell you how they work. We'll make sure no one else gets inside. Triss, stay with us in case Savola has any new ideas.
All right, inventory. To access items, open the inventory by left-clicking on the satchel icon, which is up here, I guess. There it is. Or by pressing I. Right-click on the Thunderbolt potion to use it. Tip, drag and drop potions into quick slots to create shortcuts. Shortcuts in the main screen, providing quicker access to potions. All right, well, before we go ahead and follow Leo up there, I think now is kind of a good point to hold on for a second and take a look at things. So we have... Okay, so this is sorting. So this is our alchemy sack. We show vitriol ingredients, rebus, aether, quiberth, hydrogenum. Sure, whatever. Sure, vermilion ingredients and unique ingredients only. So that's sorting, shoal ingredient types. And here we have our satchel. Where is the supposed quick slot item place thing? Because I'm supposed to take, like, Swallow and put it somewhere, am I not? Like a quick, right-click to use. Okay, well, I'm not going to right-click. Wait, what's this? Potion and bomb quick slot. Slot for Geralt's potions and bombs. Items placed here can be accessed easily from the main game screen. Okay. So he told me to drink the Thunderbolt potion now, which increases damage inflicted on opponents but makes dodging and parrying impossible. Alright, well, I haven't really been doing any dodging or parrying, so I'm going to assume that it's okay. Because he's telling us to drink the potion, so I'm assuming it's something we want to do. But I'm going to put the Swallow potion... There it is. Okay, it's on the quick bar over here now. Really? You only get one? And that, what does it do? Significantly increases vitality regeneration. Okay. So maybe your health does increase over time, but it that potion only speeds it up. I noticed this here, the journal seems to be blinking a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. I feel like we've kind of hit that point where the game's telling us, okay, it's okay to take a breath right now and take a look at things. So we've got tutorials. I'm not going to be reading tutorials. I did say I wanted to go ahead and read the journal to really get to really sort of dive into the world and get all the extra information, but tutorials, I think we can leave that for off camera. Quests. So this is what we're currently working on. Okay, what have we got here? So we can show primary, we can show secondary quests, and we can show quests from all chapters. Okay, I like this. So we got them split up by chapters. So if I want to look back at quests I got in earlier chapters of the game. So the game's sort of chapter-based by the looks of things. And I can show all quests. So right now we're defending Kaer Morhen. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. We're safe for now. Vesemir told me to drink the potion he gave me and to check the fortress interior. I must drink the Thunderbolt potion and explore the fortress interior. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that shortly. Characters. Let's understand who we're working with a little bit here. Lambert. The young witcher I met at Kaer Morhen sure has a biting tongue. He's rude, especially to Triss Marigold, who he addresses by her last name. See, that's something I noticed. Like they were talking. Lambert and Triss, who doesn't appear to be on the list here, they were talking, and then was it Vesemir? Cut in, and he was basically like, "Enough," which I found a little bit strange because they didn't come across like they were bickering with each other. So to me, I interpreted that more as like, okay, enough talking, we need to get to work. But now it's almost like it's implying that they were arguing with each other. Eskel. The calm and reasonable witcher from Kaer Morhen is my peer. Wonder how he got that disfiguring scar. You know what? That brings up another point. The fact that they've given sort of Geralt... oh, it looks like you can see the outline of this selected box thing. Anyway, sorry. They've given Geralt amnesia, which is, you know, that standard RPG trope. But I think it's kind of... it kind of works well in this case that we're kind of gathering the memories along with Geralt. You know, the game does take place, I believe, 5 years after the book series ends, which I've actually started reading. So I'm really looking forward to, we'll say, just diving into all manners of we'll say media Witcher related, which I may talk about sometimes. So just a bit of a spoiler warning. If you haven't read the books, I might reference them here and there. I'm not going to come out and try to tell you the whole story, but yeah, there's that. So we got Eskel, Lambert, Leo. Who are you? Leo is the youngest of Kaer Morhen's residents. He's not a full witcher, though he has completed his training. He was not subjected to mutation. Leo comes across as a hot-headed whelp, but is also kind-hearted and good. Okay, so he's the newbie. He's I hate to say it, but I'm willing to bet he's going to be the red shirt. The professor. Interesting that we have information about the professor, but not about Triss. One of the leaders of the Salamandra attack on Kaer Morhen was a man called the Professor, who seemed to be a cunning assassin. The other leader was a mage. Vesemir. Vesemir is the oldest and most experienced witcher, possibly older than Kaer Morhen itself. He spends each winter in the fortress and sets off on the road when spring comes, just like all the others. Despite his age, Vesemir is robust and lively. Many youngsters could envy him his health. An excellent fencer, he was the one who taught me swordsmanship. All right. I'll try to sprinkle this in throughout the playthrough. I'm not going to do everything. We'll maybe just read about Kaer Morhen, and then we'll continue on with our we'll say, adventuring in Kaer Morhen. Kaer Morhen is an inaccessible mountain stronghold, obviously not, which has been the headquarters of the Witchers Guild for centuries. The name comes from the language of the elves. The original Kaer Morhen, sure, translates into Old Sea Fortress. The castle's time of greatness has passed. The battlements and moat have deteriorated, and a cold wind blows through the spacious halls. Currently, only a handful of witchers live here, but once many young boys underwent gruesome training along the infamous Gauntlet near Kaer Morhen. That's right. So, as a witcher, you're not just... maybe I should explain what a witcher is. We'll do that in a bit. Let's talk to Triss here.
What should I expect from the mage?
Hard to say. I know neither him nor his specialty, and I don't like the situation.
Meaning?
Someone powerful, capably disguised helped Savola. Without that, I would have conquered his defenses in the lower courtyard.
Could it have been the mage we saw?
Unlikely. Geralt, please don't challenge him.
We'll see.
Oh, why do you have like lightning by your head? All right, well, let's go ahead and talk to the others while we can here. Eskel.
Beware of the Professor. I've heard he's a professional. Ended 17 lives.
All right.
Sorry. I know you fought bandits and mages before. Remember your potions.
Oh, all right, I will remember my potions. Don't forget the potions.
Get it done quickly and you may be back in time for the Frightener.
Will do. What did Vesemir mean about me and sorcerers?
You killed a few in your time. Sorceresses are a separate matter. You have a weakness for them, and it's mutual. Marigold cried when she told us of your disappearance. She's not all bad, though too smart for her own good sometimes. We'll talk when things calm down. Drink your Thunderbolt potion and explore the keep.
All right, I'll get to that. Haven't talked to Lambert yet, so let's... Oh, sorry, not Lambert. Vesemir.
So what do these potions do?
Thunderbolt is a combat potion. Your body will tense up. Adrenaline will course.
Any side effects?
Makes it tough to focus on defense. And a hangover. Swallow is a healing potion.
Thanks.
All right, and Leo.
Ready, Geralt?
Mm-hmm. Is this your first real fight?
No, but I've never killed a man.
Stay close.
All right, yeah, he's got rookie written all over him. All right, we're gonna go into the Citadel entrance and,
Geralt, wait!
What?
Bandit's inside. Drink the Thunderbolt potion Vesemir gave you.
Okay, I thought I would have a chance to, like, read it right before, or to drink it right before I went in, but evidently I'm supposed to drink it before I even think of going in. All right. Let's right-click it. And there we go. Move the cursor over an effect icon to see more information about the effect. Tip, active effects icons appear in the ring around the medallion. All right. Let's see here. Thunderbolt. So damage inflicted is increased by 100. Dodge efficiency reduced to 50%. And parry efficiency reduced to 50%. Time left about 8 hours. Okay, so they're long-lasting potions. Toxicity describes a level. Okay, so yeah, our toxicity has gone up. So basically, I'm guessing as we use potions, our toxicity goes up. So we can't just be like chugging potions, I'm guessing. All right, so let's go ahead and dive on in. Now that we've had the potion, the game will let us.
I've heard all of Dandelion's ballads about you. Lambert tells me I'll never be as fast as a real Witcher. But I managed to hit him during training today.
You beat Lambert?
Yeah, we were fencing on the floor pegs when that strange storm came. Lambert looked away, I did a pirouette, hit him right in the gut. He didn't fall, and then he beat me.
You'll make a good swordsman yet.
I know. Every time Lambert beats me, he says I have potential.
Alright, well this is a little worrying. Also, we got a new entry in the journal for Leo. Okay. So I'm just going to check over here, and then I guess we'll move into the main room. So anyways, the Witchers. What are the Witchers? Let's see. In over-the-shoulder mode, double tap a directional key to dodge enemies. Okay. I guess I can only do it while I'm fighting. Okay. So let's deal with these guys here. So yeah, Witchers. The author, whose name I can't pronounce, I feel very bad. It's I believe it's oh man, I feel woefully underprepared to talk about this. I'll have the name for next time. Yes, I'll go grab the book off my shelf and try to grab the name. But I believe it's Polish, and basically, you know, he had been reading, you know, reading fantasy stories and stuff, and I think the one quote that sort of jumps out to me, or that I think of when he's talking about The Witcher or describing The Witcher. Was that, you know, you have some of these fantasy stories about these normal people, like farmers and stuff, slaying dragons and stuff, and he thought that the idea was preposterous. He's like, no. I like these murals. Like, you've got these people, it's hard to sort of see, but you got, like, these snake heads on the side. I know Leo ran off on his own, I'm supposed to be watching out after him, but whatever. Some cool murals. Anyways, I'm gonna catch up with him. You know, it's like soldiers, no, they're corrupt, they'll crap their pants, you know. Priests, the clergy, you know, they're just corrupt, and average people, they get eaten. No, you need to have a dedicated monster slayer. Those are the people who slay monsters. The group style is most effective against groups of weaker opponents. Switch to this style by left-clicking on the griffin icon or pressing C. Okay. So I have another style to use, and I'm assuming it wants me to use that here. All right, so let's. So am I hitting multiple enemies at a time when I use this style? It looks like it is, because I'm sort of hitting all around me. So, anyways, his point was that, you know, if you're gonna slay monsters, you should be a dedicated monster slayer, right? And that's where he came with the whole idea behind Witchers, where they Orans, so the Temerian currency. So Orans are basically our currency in this game. Okay. I technically should have known that, but it slipped my mind. So we got some chicken, some Orans. Go ahead and loot these bodies. So yeah, so that's basically the Witchers. You know, they have their training, and they have they had mentioned mutagens, because the Witchers undergo this sort of process that kind of mutates them, and that's why, you know, in the opening introduction cutscene, which is actually basically a scene straight out of the first book.
Quick, to the laboratory.
You notice Geralt's eyes look a little strange, and I believe that's a result of the mutagens.
These stairs lead to the lab.
Follow me.
The energy you annexed from the Circle of Elements is enough to stop the Witchers?
You tremble, yet you complain Savola would have them all, leaving none for you. Did the sight of a single Witcher, White Wolf himself, instill fear?
The aforementioned, considered dead I might add, is a known killer. I'll gladly challenge him.
Leo, stand back. Come on, Professor.
Time is essential. I wield the power of the Circle of Elements. They are no threat. Back to work. I want the mutagens ready for teleportation in 15 minutes. Our witches shan't trouble us.
We're cut off. The stairs are blocked.
The magic barrier looks solid. We need Triss.
They're robbing us. Geralt, clear the passage upstairs. Use a sign.
A sign?
The Aard. I can't do it since I broke my fingers training along the gauntlet. Cast the Aard at the debris.
I don't remember the signs.
Let's go to the Circle of Elements, a source of the power. You need to try and learn the Aard.
All right.
Entering new region corridor. All right, so let's take a look at the map real quick. I probably should have looked at it before on the ground. Can I go back? I was kind of hoping I could jump to the like see maps of areas that I'm not in currently. It would have been nice to be able to see the ground floor, because I missed out on that. All right. So Aard, I believe that's the sign we actually saw in the intro cutscene. Let's take a look inside the crate. Some more flint. All right, let's head on deeper into the Batcave here. New region crypt. All right, so left click on the elemental stone to learn a sign. So tip, look for the other elemental circles later in the game to learn new powers. Okay. There's a crate over there. Well, I'll take a look at the sign thing in a second. A whetstone. It's a weapon upgrade. Increases damage inflicted by 10%. What are we using anyways right now? We've got a rusty sword, which is damage of minus 30%. What's the actual damage value though? Like, what does it do? A steel sword used to fight humans. Ineffective against most monsters, used in Witcher combat styles. That's a heavy weapon slot. A slot for heavy weapons like battle axes and hammers. A silver sword slot. A slot for silver sword used to combat monsters. An armor slot. Number of available slots increases as armor improves. Oh. So the reason why we can only carry one quick use potion, I'm guessing, is because we don't really have any armor. We don't have any gear. We're fresh off the cart, you know. All right, short weapon slot. Okay, interesting. Very cool. Did I take the? I did not take the whetstone. All right, is there anything else hidden back here? I want to make sure I get everything. So I'm wondering, is it worth it to use the whetstone on my sword currently? I'm assuming so. Like, part of me is like, well, maybe I should save it for a good weapon, but I am playing on hard, so I'm kind of wondering, should I take advantage of every, we'll say, advantage that I can? Sure, why not? So do I drag it? Oh no, was that a one-time thing? Oh, it's only for a limited amount of time. All right, so I've got a, okay, it's a plus 10% bonus, I guess, for next 15 hours. I probably should not have used that. Oh, well, I learned something. All right, Circle of Whispering Stones.
Success?
We'll see in a minute.
I knew it would work.
Let's get back before Lambert kills the Frightener himself.
The Aard sign is a telekinetic force useful for clearing obstructed pathways or for knocking back opponents. Right-click on the target to cast the sign. Okay. Right-clicking. Knock down or stun enemies are easy to kill with a single strike. Okay, cool. So now we've actually, can I try it out here? Okay, cool. And our stamina recovers. As I was casting, I was like, oh no, wait! What if I won't have enough endurance to cast again? Okay. Huh. There's a bar there. So, wait, was there a bar there before? I don't think there was. So I'm guessing that that's telling me how much endurance I need to cast the sign. And I did notice my red bar go up a little bit, so I think my health regeneration, there is a health regeneration aspect. It's just very slow.
What did you learn?
The bandits are in the lab, searching for something. The mage used the Circle of Elements to create a magic barrier.
The plague. You're all children. Why didn't you mention the circle?
Triss, child, it didn't seem important.
If the mage aligned with the circle, he can create a stable portal through which he'll travel to anywhere on the continent, taking your equipment with him.
All right, we made a mistake, but you said the mage was harmless.
I said I didn't know him. I think we should protect the lab above all.
Don't panic, Marigold. We know you'd like to see our witch's secrets.
Vesemir, if that idiot doesn't shut it, I'll...
Enough! Lambert, stop baiting Triss. Show her some respect. Triss, if we go to the lab, they'll have us surrounded. We know tactics.
Maybe we should split up.
Geralt's right. We need to protect the lab and kill the Frightener. Who goes where?
Only I can break the barrier. I'm going inside.
Vesemir?
I'll stay and handle the Frightener and Savola. What about you, Geralt? We may both need your help.
Okay, so this is like our first sort of choice in the game. Now, from what I understand, the choices in this game, they're not, we'll say, black and white. There's a lot of gray, which I love, but each one will have actually impacts later on in the game. So let's try to go through this logically here. Let's see, the Frightener. So we got old guy, whose name has already escaped me. I feel bad now. Lambert, right? Is it Lambert? Oh dear goodness, Vesemir. There we go. He's gonna be fighting the Frightener and then Savola, whereas the Triss is going inside after the lab. So what is the higher priority here? All right, I thought about it. I think the lab is probably more important. I'm pretty sure that Vesemir can handle the Frightener, although at the same time, part of me really wants to go after the Frightener. Part of what sort of really draws me to the game is the idea of, you know, slaying monsters, because well, not necessarily slaying monsters, it's mostly dealing with monsters, because in the books it's very it's a lot of research. It's very interesting. Every monster encounter is very interesting. Even in the intro cutscene, you'll notice Geralt's kind of playing with the monster. He's actually not trying to kill the monster. He's trying to show his dominance over it, and then deal with it to cure it. It's not always just about killing the monster. So I don't know. The monsters are something interesting that I'm curious to see more about. But I think the lab is ultimately the priority right now. Yeah, we'll go with the we'll go to the lab. The lab is important. I'm going with
The lab
Triss.
is important. I'm going with Triss.
Me too.
It's decided then. Eskel and Lambert will stay with me.
Savola just cast a spell. Something's happening.
The ground is shaking. Feel it?
They're breaking through.
Watch out!
Quickly, defend the laboratory.
I gotta say, I'm feeling a little bit. It's like I wanted to do both. It's
This could be a hard fight, Geralt. Take this potion. Witchers call it the Tawny Owl. It restores endurance. Very useful when fighting mages.
Thanks. Let's go.
all right. So we got ourselves a new formula, a new type of potion, the Tawny Owl. Should I drink it now? Let's see, Tawny Owl. Significantly increases endurance regeneration. Now, the potions last quite a long time. Yeah, so like this one here still has like almost 7 hours. Okay, I'll drink it in a bit. We're gonna go ahead and deal with these. You know what? Screw it. Let's drink it now. All right, let's have some fun here with these guys. Oh. Wait, wasn't that Savola?
You'll go no further, White One. I'll summon a powerful demon that will tear you apart.
A bluff. He's exhausted from teleportation. Magic lights is about all he can muster.
Go. We'll deal with him and join you at the barrier.
Underestimating an opponent. Now the energy of my people will make me stronger.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I can actually hear Leo in the background saying, Geralt's killed the bandits first. Okay, so he's using their bodies to sort of, whoa, what's going on? To sort of, put a barrier around him. Whetstone, Thunderbolt, Tawny Owl, experience, was incineration, continuous loss of vitality. Active dodging of opponent attacks blocked. Ability to parry enemy attacks blocked. Sign use blocked. Susceptibility to blinding. Critical. Holy crap, he's incinerating me. Maybe I should go ahead and use my swallow potion at this point. My health is going down. There we go. So I drank the potion. Let's go ahead and deal with this bandit. All right. Come on. Geralt's endurance, indicated by a yellow bar, drops each time you use a sign. You cannot cast signs when endurance is too low. Tip: endurance is restored over time. Use potions like the Tawny Owl to accelerate its regeneration. Okay, what the crap? No, there we go. There we go. Keep hitting him, come on. Oh. Okay, maybe I can't. Okay, where is he? Oh, there he is. Knock him down. Come on. He's doing a lot of damage to me here. Okay, I'm definitely glad I popped that potion. And I think I'm right with the fact that I chose we'll say the faster fighting style, because it's a mage. I'm assuming he moves a little bit quicker. All right, there we go. All right, I think I've got this guy. This is going to be, I suspect it's going to be a bit of a challenge in this game, because I tend to be very I like to hang on to items and not use too much and stuff, but I feel like, especially playing this on hard, I'm going to be needing to, preparing for everything. Oh, he disappeared. Crap. Okay, Endurance, come on, come back, Endurance. There we go. Yeah, he's not too hard. But this is the tutorial, right? I can't get cocky here. This is like one of the first fights, right? So there we go. Okay, so we want to make sure that we hit him with the Aard sign first before we start attacking, because it seems like when you do damage and then you use the Aard sign, it doesn't really give you any extra time before he starts doing his little thing where he bounces off, or your sword bounces off him rather. Dang, he's got a lot of health. I kind of like that. I kind of like that the fight's a little bit more of a that it's not like a super quick time to kill. I see a lot of potential for sort of long drawn out fights. A lot of, we'll say, strategic thinking, and I like that. Now, as I had mentioned before, about say the books and the monsters, that's one thing I am kind of really hoping that the game does allow for, though, is allow for like a lot of investigation and a lot of, we'll say, like mystery solving, a lot of piecing things together, a lot of not all combat. Like, the combat's cool. I understand that it's a game, you know, that's one of the easiest ways to add excitement. What the crap? But definitely one of the things I like. Dang, it's taking forever to take him down. After you just got through saying that you like that, well, I don't have a problem with it, but yeah, like I'm hoping there's a lot of opportunity for stuff like that. You know, tracking information down, trying to find out information about a monster before you take it on. You know, stuff like that. I think that'll be... That would make me happy. Okay, last few cycles were a little bit rough, a little bit sloppy. Is the overhand view better? Will I do more damage with the overhead? Maybe that's it. Maybe because I'm using the quick style, I'm doing less damage. Maybe he's just as susceptible to heavy hits. Maybe I should have just been doing that from the beginning.
Are you hurt? Did he get you?
Nah. But if those were magic lights, I'd hate to face a truly powerful sorcerer.
I wanted to help, but I couldn't break through that strange circle.
Savola's eating dirt. That's what matters.
We need to help Triss.
Let's go.
Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and loot the remains here off this mage. What have we got? A sapphire, a valuable item which can be sold or given to someone. Saltpeter, high quality base for bombs. Stemmelford's dust, high quality base for bombs. I guess we're gonna be using bombs at some point. And Orans. Temerian currency. Alright, we'll go ahead and transfer all. Now, I noticed this blue, or sort of cyan turquoise bar that's filling up. Is that what I think? Yes, it's experience. You need 1,000 experience points to advance to the next level. We got 674, and we're character level 0. You know, most games, when they start you off at level 1. I kind of like the idea that by the end of the tutorial, I'll be level 1 instead of level 2. I don't know, that's a nitpicky part, but just for me, I kind of like the idea of starting at character level 0. Anyways, I'm actually going to have to stop things here. I tried to get a little bit of extra time in for this first episode, but I am going to have to go ahead and call things quits here. Next time, we're going to go ahead and meet up with Triss, and I guess we're going to go back to the laboratory and deal with those other two fellows down there. So we're going to go ahead and end things here. If you like the video, you like the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, well, go ahead and leave it a thumbs down. Either way, though, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.